Okay, so in the previous 11 videos, we've gone over all of the sounds that are used in Japanese, pretty much. All of the basic sounds. And you may have thought it's kind of random. You may have thought, wow, there's a lot. But compared to English, it's actually very few. It's just that the combinations are actually spelled out. So in this video, we're going to go over how these are organized in English, because in English we have, sort of this, how can I say, an alphabet, right? So we have A, B, C, whatever until you get to Z. So that may work fine for English, but how do we do it in Japanese, right? Because clearly all the sounds I just showed you are more numerous than the letters that are used in English. So how do we arrange them? And the way we arrange them is that there is, instead of being just a line, there is a table. And it may seem a bit odd to get started with, but once you get used to it, it's actually very easy. So we have this 5 vowels. Go ahead and write them out again. And these are used very consistently in Japanese, right? And this is called a, I, u, e, o, right? On the other hand, we have these consonants. So if you go back and watch all the previous videos we did, we have K, S, T, N, H, M, Y, R, W, and N, right? So if you go through this and combine them together, for example, in this position you'd get ka, in this position you'd get ki, in this position you'd get ku. For example, if we go here, we'd get ha. If we go here, we'd get ya. If we go here, we'd get nu. So you can fill out this entire table, and it pretty much follows a pattern. And again, there are a few minor exceptions, like we described earlier, but for the most part, follows the pattern. Again, sometimes when you see this written, you'll see this written as, for example, CH, or you may see it written as T, depending whether they're sort of giving priority to the pronunciation or the, how to say, the pronunciation for English speakers or the system for Japanese speakers. So we could go ahead and fill out this whole table. And I could go ahead and do that here, but what I'm going to do instead is to show you a somewhat more neatly written one. Okay, so what I've gone ahead and done here is I've rewritten the table slightly more legibly, and I also purposely wrote it in a different orientation, just because in real life you can see it written sometimes this way, sometimes the other way. Now, if you count down the number of rows, you'll see that there's 11 rows counting the end by itself. So there's basically 10 rows. 10 times 5 is 50, and so this table is often called in Japanese something like the 50 sounds table. This is the basic way that Japanese is organized, and whether you're writing in Japanese characters or English, this is what you'll have to know. We'll continue on in the next video.